Rabbis, are you ready? Can we start?
Yes.
Okay. So I think everybody should just please, if you can mute yourself, it'd be easier to hear. Okay, thank you. So I want to, first of all, welcome everybody to our closing ceremony. We've had a very exciting year, to say the least, and all of you really pulled it off. So my welcome part is very brief because mostly, let me see who I need to mute. Because mostly I want to do a whole bunch of thank yous. I want to thank our staff that has been amazing at reinventing our school. And I want to thank our parents who really partnered with us regardless of everything that they have on their plate. I really want to thank our volunteers for giving up freely of their time and coming to our school and teaching and helping. And of course, I want to thank our clergy. Aside from your guidance and your friendship and your mentorship and your role modeling, it's been an amazing year to work with you. And Rabbi Adam Rosenbaum, you're not on my screen in this one. There you are. Welcome. We look forward to working together. I especially want to thank our students who, no matter what, persevered. And a little later, maybe I'll share with you a little paragraph that Cindy wrote, which really demonstrates what an amazing group of students we have. Okay, hold on. This year was a very unique year for all of us, but especially for our 7th grade graduates, because they didn't have their usual graduation. And yet, they really pulled off. They did not give up on training for their bar bat mitzvahs, whether it had to be delayed a bit, postponed, rescheduled, done on the phone, done via Zoom. You really are to be commended for such an amazing dedication. And I hope you got the little token of us honoring you in the mail. Rabbi Alex, would you like to say a few words, and then Rabbi Moshe, and then I'll continue.
Thank you, Einav. It's really, really good to see all of your faces. I miss you. You know, my kids miss you. We're all here, and it's nice to at least be collected in this way. Einav mentioned a couple of things. She mentioned a plate. You had a lot on your plate. And she mentioned perseverance. So I brought some symbols with me that we could do. By the way, this plate, Boaz picked it out. It's a peace sign. I brought a couple of symbols that are about Jewish perseverance. One is a dreidel. You can see it going around. I have a shofar. And I have a mini Torah here. All these things are things that are symbols about how we at times had to do things in unusual ways. The dreidel in particular, that was a time when the Jews weren't allowed to study Torah. And so they would hide using the games and learn Hebrew, even though they weren't allowed to be together in their religious schools, in their communities like they normally would. The shofar, too, was often blown at times to announce holidays like Shavuot coming up, when you really couldn't communicate in any other way, and when the world was against us. And the Torah so often had to be done in smaller groups and hiding, and it still perseveres no matter what. So all of you should be incredibly proud of yourself that you kept the dreidel going. Oh, that was not a good one. We'll try another one. You kept your dreidels going. You kept your brains working. And you kept the joy alive. I really want to thank Einav and Joanne over there and all the teachers. Wow, what wonderful work you did. Einav mentioned so many of the different groups. I really feel a lot of sadness for this year's 7th grade class, particularly those with bar and bat mitzvahs, but you kept pushing ahead. I remember this time that we had together. It's a very unique time. You should be very, very proud of yourselves. And to the kindergartners too, and the early students. This was your first year in religious school, and I hope it was a joyful one. I hope that we can be together soon. To my colleague who's right below me on the Zoom, Rabbi Moshe, I'm so grateful for your help this year and for your wonderful teachings. He was in so many of our classes this year. He's been an invaluable teacher and mentor in this community. So thank you for your time here with us. And Rabbi Rosenbaum, we're so glad you're some other screen. We're really, you guys don't know him yet. He just got hired by Temple Beth Tzedec. He will be here soon enough. You're gonna love him. He's already a close friend of our family, and we welcome him here, and we're glad he can join us our Zoom. So keep doing what you're gonna do. And we just love and bless you, and may we have better times sometime soon in the future. Take care.
Am I on? Can people hear me? Okay, good. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Alex. That sounds, the year is going to be great next year. I'm sorry to say, people, I won't be with you next year. A week from the day I'm flying back home to Yerushalayim, to Jerusalem, and I want you to all know you're all welcome to visit anytime, all right? The Jewish community of Buffalo has been very special for me on my sabbatical year, and I've learned a lot from everyone. Mikol Melamdai Iskalti, I've learned from all those that have taught me, but I must say I've learned a lot more from my students, especially the students in our school. When you learn with children, you learn from a different perspective, and I've really enjoyed it. So I want to thank the children of the school for letting me teach them. I've really enjoyed it. I'm really sorry that I haven't seen you all in person since Purim, basically, and it's been a long, long time. And I want to wish you a very fruitful school year next year for those who are continuing, and always to continue your Jewish education. I enjoyed all the colleagues that I was able to meet also in the Hebrew school. It was a very good year. Today is Rosh Chodesh. It's a new month. It's a time for renewal. The weatherman said it was going to rain, but it's not, so that's something. All right, so last week we had a problem with Zoom, but today it's a gorgeous day, and this is a proper day to celebrate our Jewish education in our school. Keep up the good work, everyone. Einav, thank you for letting me teach, all right, and be part of the school. Some of my fellow teachers, I'll miss you, and once again, and students, please come and visit in Yerushalayim. Take care. Be well.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi. And yes, we'll be giving out your address and organizing trips. So wait. The next thing that I wanted to do was just read a letter that was sent to the 7th grade parents. And again, Cindy, thank you. And then there are a few teachers that are on. I went through it, and if I missed anybody, let me know. We'll give the teachers an opportunity to share something that they're grateful for. All right, so this was a letter to the 7th grade students. The 7th grade is a very significant year for Jewish students and their families. It's the year that many of you study and become bar or bat mitzvah. This year, we were confronted with a challenge of COVID-19. There were many questions about how to continue with our religious school program, especially for your class. How would we approach the unique situation of a bar bat mitzvah in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. This is where you stepped in and stepped up. You decided that COVID-19 was not going to deter you from this very significant milestone. You continued with your studies and read from the Torah in the presence of your immediate family and virtually in front of our community. The next part, I think, applies to all of you, not just to the 7th grade class. The 7th grade class of 2019-20 will always be remembered as having taken its place in a long history of Jewish people confronting and overcoming challenges with perseverance and dignity. And this is a cool play on words. You have taken COVID and challenged it with kavod, honor. Remember your Hebrew roots. And then there was a token of appreciation, and we look forward to seeing. And again, the 7th graders, I hope you join us next year because we are always looking for TAs, and it would be great to see you. So now I'll just go through some of the teachers that I think are on, if they wanted to share something that they're grateful for. Ariel?
Hi, everyone. So I'm grateful for, I think, just being able to see the real strength of the Jewish community throughout the whole world during this time. We weren't able to be together for services, for school, for big moments. My sister had a baby and we weren't able to be there physically for the baby naming, but it really showed that no matter what, we all come together, no matter what we're going through, and we're there for each other to celebrate those big moments. And it's just good to see that right now in the world.
Thank you, Ariel. Cindy?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm grateful to my Kitabet and their families for being wonderful and for working with me over the past few months on the phone, and my kids for really working hard on their Hebrew. And I'm grateful that I've been here in quarantine with my daughter. It's the longest amount of time she's been home since she left for college at the end of high school. So this has been kind of a little blessing in disguise for us. But thank you to everybody.
Thank you. Talia?
She's muted. There you go.
I'm unmuted. So I'm grateful to see all of you and really amazed by all the creativity that's come out in the last few months from our kids, from our staff, from Einav, from our clergy, and globally. Like Ariel, I also missed and also really got to participate in some special family events because I got to see everybody on Zoom. So that's been very special. And I think we have a wonderful school. And it's really been wonderful to see all the creativity that everybody's come up with so that we could continue learning together.
Thank you. Orna?
Well, I'm grateful for the wonderful opportunity you gave me to help our students. Our students are very respectful, appreciative, and I really miss you. Thank you very much for allowing me to help you, and I'll continue to help you in the future.
Thank you. We're counting on that, Orna. Linda?
So I didn't grow up in an age where we had computers in our schools. Technology is something that I'm still learning, you know, as a lot of us older folks are. But I am grateful that my kids have just embraced the Zoom learning and come with cheerful faces and excited to see each other. And it actually was a really nice end to the year.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. And thank you for all those cute Zoom sessions with your students. It was great. Harvey?
I enjoyed participating in one bar mitzvah that we've had since the pandemic began at Shir Shalom. And I've watched 4 B'nai Mitzvah from Beth Tzedek. I was amazed at the quality of all the bar and bat mitzvahs. Another thing that I'm amazed at is when the merger began, we used to talk about the Beth Tzedek kids could read well, and the Shir Shalom kids couldn't compare with the Beth Tzedek kids. And over those last few years, the gap is narrowing. And it's not that the Beth Tzedek kids are coming down at all, it's that the Shir Shalom kids are coming up to become good readers as well. These last few months of one-on-one Hebrew tutoring, I thought was amazing. It's incredible how much the Hebrew reading improved in the students that I worked with, and I'm sure everyone else worked with in grades 5, 6, and 7.
Thank you, Harvey.
Everybody, good summer.
Thank
Happy
you.
summer.
Aaron?
Can you hear me? I just want to say I'm grateful for all the great, wonderful students I had this year. You all worked so hard. I'm so proud of everyone, and especially during the time of being in quarantine. I'm so proud of how hard you worked and the progress we made this year. I miss you and have a great summer.
Thank you, Aaron. Michael?
Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov.
Okay.
I had a great privilege of working with a number of kids over the last few months. Must tell you, each and every one of them did exceptionally well. Very, very happy with the progress, very happy with the students. They're calling in on time, staying with me for the period. It was a great experience. I hope they don't forget anything. And so far, להתראות בשנה הבאה. Let's get together early next year. Have a great summer.
Thank you, Michael. Michal? Michali? It looks
Sorry.
like
Hi, everyone. I'm grateful for having the opportunity to teach the 7th grade about our connection to Israel and the meaningful of being Jewish and the great love that we have for Israel. And I really enjoyed working with Michael Raab, who was great, and Ariel. I think we have a wonderful team with the leadership of Enav, and hopefully we can continue. This was the first year with Enav being the principal again, and I think it was a wonderful, wonderful year, and I can't wait for the next one. So thank you. And I'm grateful for Sarah being a bat mitzvah this year.
Mazal tov. Thank you, Michal. Joanne, on behalf of everybody, I want to thank you because we could not have done it without you facilitating all of it. Did you want to say anything?
Sure. First of all, it's my absolute pleasure to be part of our religious school. I love seeing all the students and their families and all of our faculty. It's just a joy to be together in person and on Zoom. And I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful summer. And if you're able to send a story, a picture, a thought, a craft, anything that you do, if you can send us a picture, we'll include it in our newsletter. You can send it to Enav or myself and look for it in a future issue.
Thank you. And last but not least is Shiri, who prepared sort of a grand finale for our school year. So we will end our assembly, our virtual assembly, with Shiri. Shiri?
Hi, everyone. So I made a video slideshow of all the photos that I took and that Ethan and Enav took throughout the school year. So I'm going to share my screen and see if that works. So give me 1 second. Let's make sure everything's good. All right, can you see that?
Not yet.
No.
Is it, let's see, can you hear it, see it?
בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונזכור קוראים נודדות. ילדים בחופשה ישחקו תופסת בין הבית לבין השדות. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה השנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. ענבים האדומים יבשילו עד הערב ויוגשו צוננים לשולחן, ורוחות רדומים ייסעו אליהם הדרך, טונים ישנים וענן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה נפרוס כפות ידיים.
A new year rising, a new beginning. Lift your head up, turn yourself around, the world is spinning. Feel the magic of a new day. Open your heart to a fresh start, send your fears away. You've made mistakes, you feel it. You got what it takes, believe it. Any wrong can be made right, just forgive it, you need not. You get the board, I'll get some gold, put some leaves on the roof on top of 2x4s. Build a sucker, build a sucker. Gonna build a sucker, gonna live in it all week long. You get the popcorn, I'll get the string. When we build our sucker, yeah, we'll dance and sing. Build a sucker, build a sucker. Gonna build a sucker, gonna live in it all week long. Shake your lula to the ground, shake your lula in the air. You're not shaking, no, shake it sound, shake it. Yeah, I play my lattes in the air sometimes, saying hey, oh, spin the dreidel, just want to celebrate for all the nights, singing hey, oh, light the candle, to say how happy on the cold nights, when we play dreidel by the candlelight.
אני פורים שמח ומבטח, הלא רק פעם בשנה אבוא להתארח. לה 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 לה. הידה פורים, הכותות ונצלתיים, מי ייתן ובפורים לחודש לחודשיים. לה 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 לה
שנה הבאה ענבים האדומים יבשילו עד הערב ויוגשו צוננים לשולחן, ורוחות רדומים ייסעו אליהם הדרך, טונים ישנים וענן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה נפרוס כפות ידיים מול האור הניגר הלבן. הנפה לבנה תפרוס באור כנפיים, והשמש תזרח בתוכן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. לה 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 Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. And thank you, everybody. It really was a great year. And Joanne recorded this. So if anybody wants, we can send it. Or if you know someone who didn't have a chance to log on, we will be happy to share this with them. So thank you, everybody, and have a safe summer and safe journey back to Israel. And welcome. And thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you again, Rabbi Silverstein.
Bye-bye.
Welcome.
Stay safe.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good summer.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Mhm.
Bye.